This week on RSBANDB Update 2025 comes to a close with the traditional RSBANDB Update clip show. Clips include outtakes, misunderstandings, internet culture, pre-show and post-show tangents, and a collection of tentpoles. This is RSBANDB Update, episode 1070, recorded Sunday, December 21st, 2025, the 2025 Clip Show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final RSBANDB Update episode of 2025, the 2025 Clip Show. This week, of course, just Tannis and myself in to go over some of the outtakes and cut moments from the year.
It's a tradition, you know?
It's a tradition. There's no other way of saying it. You know, I think the thing I want to get out of the way the most with this one is that there are going to be things here that aren't bleeped. There are going to be things here that you would not hear on the normal podcast. So treat that as a listener discretion advised warning. I had to pre-listen to the majority of these clips. There's nothing here that's going to break the law, but there's definitely some things that might make people uncomfortable.
Well, that's great. Well, I mean, we don't want to break the law or anything. Well, I don't know. The laws are getting a little weird. No. I have not heard any of these clips, and I have pretty good, profound short memory loss, so I don't remember anything I might have said. So this will be interesting.
Well, you're in for a treat then.
As tradition. As it's tradition.
Well, before we begin, just a big, huge thank you to our Experience Tier Patreon members, because without them, this show would not be possible. That is Amos Reed, Bladecom, Dominic R., Jade Gizmo, Jason S., Jesse W., Julia W., Kesky, Lemon Lodge, Luminos, Ricky A., Psyoasis, Snail Mage, The Naked Captain, and Tim. Big, huge thank you, everybody. We'll take a break at about the 35-40 minute mark. Whoa, see, we're already off the rails there, but that's not an edit point because there's no editing on the clip show. That's how these go. You get to hear it, warts and all, but...
Live clip.
Yeah, live clip. So the way this works, folks, is we play the clip back, and then at the end you'll hear a little beep, and that signifies that the clip has concluded. And we're beginning with a pre-show clip from episode 1020.
Also, if any of you want orange candy canes and didn't get them, let me know.
Oh, I have an orange. No, that's never mind. Not in real life.
I got thousands of each.
I would like an orange candy cane in real life.
I have 40 each of the purple, green, red, and black ones that drop out of blue presents, but I only had a couple extras of the 4 rare ones.
Right, and I took your cyan one, right?
You took the cyan and the blue. And again, if you can use the orange, please get it out of my bank because I'm low on bank space.
I'll double check after the show, see if I need any of the other ones.
My bank space issues revolve around archaeology, and I have, I think, almost 40 bones for Rag and Bone Man.
Since we're on the topic of candy canes here,
sure.
Did you guys ever have the Crush candy canes that taste like the Crush sodas?
I was never a candy cane person, so...
I am not familiar. I mean,
would be known for that.
On brittle, no. I crushed my own.
Used to be... No, like... or you guys don't have Crush sodas? Like orange, root beer...
Orange
grape,
Crush, yeah.
Orange
we have
Crush.
Orange Crush.
Yeah, like that. They had candy canes, those flavors.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Like root beer and orange and all that. But
I'd be down.
Yeah.
It sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I love sugar. Sugar's fun.
And it's kind of tame to start off with.
You know, but I knew exactly what you were talking about, Shane.
Oh, really?
I mean, one of these rare moments when where I actually knew exactly what Shane was talking about, because, yeah, those are like the good candy canes. I don't like peppermint, so I like the other ones.
Peppermint is very, very traditional, and there's a place for that. But sometimes those other ones, just make sense. And the other flavor I didn't mention, in addition to the orange root beer, and cream soda was blueberry that was in the pack. So I don't think they sell those anymore, but people might remember those.
Yeah, I do.
We're also going to include clips on the list here that were edited out, and this next one was a technical snafu on my end, which is a rarity, as these guys can tell you. I got one more question
here.
Uh-oh.
Good. What's your question?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we lost. Oh, he's back?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Shane, can you hear us? That sounds like a no.
Yeah, there's something going on. He's clicking. I can see he's...
Well, the elder guys are still in here, so we'll hear this one again later.
Well, we just annexed Canada. It just happened.
Yep, there he goes.
He's now part of us. One of us.
Salute.
Okay, what happened there? You can hear me?
Well, there was a whole post on what's his bucket's social media site where he was going to try to annex Canada, and then
and then you just
joke aside, welcome back. Joke aside, welcome back, Shane. We're happy to have you.
Okay,
I think you lost us for a minute.
Yeah, my headphones quit, and I'm wondering if it was my headphones or if it was hardware or what. But it seems to be okay now. Just roll with the punches, right?
I mean, sometimes you just gotta. I was gonna say do it live, but we couldn't. We were live. You had went away, but I can probably count the number of times that has happened on one hand over the years that I've been here. It's pretty rare.
Yeah, I like to make sure that the tech doesn't break middle of the show and creates a smooth thing, because then that just throws all sorts of wrinkles into the mess. I think the next clip comes from you.
Yeah, well, I got the cake.
Oh, yeah,
I
think everybody got the cake in their bank.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, we had a birthday, and then I saw 24, and I thought, oh, crap, one more year, and Leonardo DiCaprio won't play RuneScape anymore.
Has that been in the news recently? Because people I know have been talking about him.
No, but it seemed appropriate.
Okay, fair enough.
He'll probably be one of the ones running away from America next month. But anyway,
yeah,
no,
So why can't he play RuneScape at that point?
That was awesome. I mean, I'm gonna claim that joke. That was good. That was a good joke. Because he famously loses interest in things after they're 25 years old.
Oh, I see. So basically, he's had young women, basically.
It's like a well-known meme. Like, he literally, when they turn 25, gets a new girlfriend.
Yeah. See, I don't follow that kind of celebrity info like that. So that's all new. That's all news to me. But our next clip comes from also episode 1020 in the post show. Here's the teaser. Tell me if we need to add anything. RuneScape turns 24, and we share our hopes for RuneScape in 2025 from content, strategy, and monetization. And modernization.
Modernization, yes.
We also share the latest from our group, RSBANDB group, with holiday updates and our latest goals. So, one of the things we do on the episode is that after it's complete, we go through the entire process of building the title and the teaser. And the teaser for that episode was supposed to say modernization, but I Freudian slipped it and said monetization. And how telling is that I said 2025 monetization, and lo and behold, at the end of the year, Treasure Hunter's going away.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because I thought you had it backwards. But regardless, I was going to say, yeah, Shane, it's confirmed. It was prosthetic. You literally saw the writing on the wall.
But the thing is, I didn't, because it's like there was no there was no knowing that And I just double-checked the actual teaser from that episode. It was supposed to be monetization, and the slip was to monetization.
Okay.
Yeah. But that was episode 1020. We started strong. After this, we move on to episode 1021 with what we call a false start, where sometimes the show needs to be restarted. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to RSBANDB Update Quest Week, first Quest Week of 2025 here. Beneath Scabrous Sands, we're going to be discussing... I put an extra S in there. No, it's just Beneath Scabrous Sands. Sands? No, I can't read. Oh, my God, this is off the rails already.
Sands.
Off the rails already. Take two. That wasn't as bad as some of the other false starts in update history, I don't think.
No, that happens. That's a little more common occurrence.
Yeah, that is. And I mean, hey, there's no script on these shows.
Yeah, no, and when you get used to like a flow and any little thing, I mean, you've done this for literally so
20
long.
years.
20 years. So like, even if you have a random thought pop in, it can distract you from the flow.
Yeah. And, like if the doorbell rings or if I see a notification that doesn't look right on the camera, or I get a text message that I wasn't expecting during the show and I see even that notification on my watch, sometimes that will throw me for a bit, but I've gotten pretty good over the years about, ignoring those kind of things and working them in naturally to the flow. But Avernick makes his appearance on this episode with his first clip of the year.
Yes.
We summoned a Mosca.
Furry bait herself.
Yeah, we rang the dinner bell and the cat pulled up.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's funny.
We found a beetle in her house. Come eat.
In the easiest prediction to make, Osmond's buttfuckery begot a mascot her goal.
Oopsies.
Do you want to try that again?
Nope.
Nope.
Do you want to try that again explain that in a different way?
Osmond's I know I'm right attitude was wrong, and it led to a mascot getting what she wanted.
Okay, fair enough. The joys of summing up quests where sometimes the analogy is just one that pops out of someone's mouth.
I mean, pretty spot on, though, right? I mean,
yeah, that is kind of how that quest line.
From what I understand,
kind of how that quest line went with Osmond and everything. No, I wasn't expecting that. That's why that one threw me. Moving on to episode 1022, you told us about the time you went to a Doja Cat concert. Do you remember this clip?
No, but I do remember. Yeah, that was early last year when I first got my MetaQuest.
All right, strap in.
I went to a Doja Cat concert though on Sunday night. That was cool. and then I accidentally got booted out of the concert, and I'm trying to find my way back, and I'm in some other Horizon world. Well, there's like it's just littered with kids, right? I'm like, oh my God, get me out of here. And these kids, and I pretend like I don't have a mic, I can't talk, blah, I'm just trying to, and I hear this other person behind me, and these kids are like, hi. He's like, hi. How old are you? The guy's like, I'm 30. And then you just hear this kid go, oh, pedophile.
Oh, God.
I'm like,
You remember now?
Yeah, and I think now we know why Meta Horizon has been defunded.
Oh, it has?
Oh, yeah. They took all their money out of the Horizon World stuff.
So that means that thing you were doing you can't do anymore?
The concert special event stuff will stick around, but the Worlds thing, yeah, that'll be gone.
Okay.
But yeah, that was, the internet.
Yeah, because, everybody on the internet is a child, or everybody on the internet is not a child, depending on people's perspectives, right?
Yeah, it reminds me of what Bree used to say about RuneScape. He's like, everyone on here is 12 years old. Of course, this was 15 years ago when
that was almost true. Yeah. But I think everybody on RS now is in their 20s and 30s, and moving beyond that
or 40s
perspective
or 50s.
of a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah.
All right. Next clip dealt with dealing with broadcast spam. Level milestone broadcasts have been added to Group Iron Man.
Well, yeah. I saw a lot of broadcast patches. None of the patches I was hoping for, but a lot of broadcast patches.
I mean, again, this is. I mean, I like the deaths one, so we can have a laugh. I died doing one of the quests. It's good to have a laugh at that. But every single time I do a new log for archaeology.
Yeah, I mean, if you were doing archaeology this week,
I know
that's the other one.
It's like. Yeah, it's like, okay, if I've completed a collection, put that up, but not each individual bloody relic that artifact I was doing. Christ, especially when I do them where I'll get a collection together. So I'm making, I'll get the 2 of those, the 4 of those, the 3 of those, and then I'll just go and make them all at once. So it's getting spammed. Pugnasius has done this. Pugnasius has done that. It's like you get 6 in a row of all the different ones that I was doing. And it's like, come on.
We left that feature on. We could have turned it off, but we left it on because it's more useful than annoying.
Well, because it blocks the other fun stuff, right? Like, I mean, you couldn't just turn that particular piece of it off. So, yeah, I mean, and it was, I mean, once you started seeing them work through the collections and stuff, it wasn't spam all the time either. And there were many times when I was hoping to see that because I knew that meant Pern was making me something good.
That's what
I was going to get to you.
All right. Next clip on this one comes from the post show, and it talks about the slight confusion that can sometimes arise when dealing with player-owned farm animals.
Okay, she's an adolescent, Shane, so I'll chuck her in the... do you want her now, or do you want her when she's an adult?
Adolescent is fine.
Adolescent is fine?
Oh.
Flip show!
Oh! Oops!
What'd you write on your little paper there, Shane?
Yep. Every time.
I laughed faster this time than I did when it was on.
See, me and him were just going at it, and until you said something, I thought, this is just standard farming talk.
It was, but with it's funnier now, I think, because of the zeitgeist.
Yeah, that's fair. Moving on to episode 1024. The title that week was Fish with Benefits. Every time we come together here and we talk about the fishing and cooking stuff, it makes me more interested to think, what is 110 fishing and cooking going to look like? Because I think there's definite opportunities there for that sort of thing in terms of fish with benefits and whatnot. So,
well, that was something I noticed too. That
I don't want to know about your sex life, Shane.
What?
Fish with benefits
somewhere around there or something.
Friends with benefits, fish with benefits. It's okay.
Oh.
He did not realize what he was doing there.
No.
You like fish sticks, Shane?
I like fish sticks, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you like the fish sticks in your mouth?
Sticks.
No.
Fish sticks, yeah. Excellent. We're doing well.
Emphasis on the STICKS.
Jesus. Maybe I need to go down to Austin and try out for Kill Tony, because that was another banger. I can't believe I got you with the 15-year-old South Park joke.
Oh, is that a South Park?
It was a huge episode. Kanye West didn't understand the joke, just like you didn't. Like, they made a whole thing about it. how this dumb joke wasn't even a joke, but he could. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're going to move on to episode 1025 right now. And, surprisingly, there is no clip for the actual title of that episode. This was the pitching a tent for RuneFest episode. And in lieu of having an actual clip for that, I think we need to go into the story behind this. I was under, the impression here that I was saying that RuneFest, as it was coming up in a couple weeks off this, they needed to have a series of announcements that laid out a collection of tentpole updates for the game, right? For the year. And my response to that was that, well, then they just need to, pitch their tent for RuneFest so that you can use a tent pole. And, that apparently meant something else. And you guys just charged right through and happily had that be the show title for that episode.
That was slick. That was one of our better moments.
And to be clear to the listeners out there, I had no idea what that meant beforehand. You might think that I'm just saying that right now, but legitimately, I had no idea.
No, that's why it's funny, because you don't there's decades of stories about Shane he doesn't know common terms in that regard. Very, very, you just don't know them, and it's funny.
Well, let's get to the actual clips this week for this episode, starting with bird pandemics, which is a little bit scary when you think about it. In a month and a half, it'll be 5 years since archaeology came out.
No.
Wow.
Jesus.
March 30th,
God, I'm
2020.
old. I'm old, people.
March 30th, 2020. The lightning, once in a lifetime lightning strike of RuneScape skill launch and pandemic.
Wow. Well, we hope anyway.
Well, I mean, if there's another pandemic, you know what Jagex has to do, right? And they have to launch another skill right as it's getting underway.
Yeah, they should have one just in the background, just in case. Just keep one aside.
Just in case bird flu takes off, right?
Oh, God, don't talk about that. They just killed a whole bunch of bloody hens here. Every other bird's okay, but yeah, just kill our chickens.
Yeah, it seems to be something related to the farm stock. I'm not entirely sure.
Hey, as long as it ain't an emu, right? Like, those kicked your ass, didn't they?
Yeah, emus are vicious bastards. Cassowaries are worse. Go up north and get your cassowaries.
Leave it to Pern to know about all the dangerous birds.
I know. I just love, though, how even, like, the Australian, you bring up the emus, they're like, no, they didn't kick our ass. I mean, not really. But they did. They did. Okay. I mean, it would be like you trying to go up against a goose, Shane.
Yeah, geese are notoriously bad. Especially in the spring. You make sure you stay clear of them. If they're protecting the nest and whatnot, there are countless videos of them attacking quite viciously.
Dude, goose versus bald eagle. My money's on the goose, right? I mean,
that would be interesting. That'd be very interesting. This next clip from this episode was edited out from the podcast, and I'll just play it. Well, we got the schedule for RuneFest.
Oh, Jesus!
What?
Oh, sorry.
What?
My dog's underneath me, the old one, and she just sneezed and farted at the same time, and the smell was just wafting up. Oh, sorry.
I thought maybe one of those killer spiders was coming for you.
No, sorry. I just can't breathe at the moment.
Let me know when you're good. We'll edit this out.
No, that's okay. Oh, Angel, that's terrible. Okay, no, I'm right. 4 tears in the eyes, that one.
I'm in the position where I don't know what that experience is like, because I am viciously allergic to most forms of animals, so I've never had one.
Man. Well, it's not pleasant. It's bad. We have to deal with it all the time.
Yeah, because you have like a zoo.
We just added another cat last night.
Oh, God. Tell the listeners about your menagerie. What do you got?
At current count, we've got 2 rabbits, 2 guinea pigs, 3 cats, 2 dogs, 4 snakes, and a gecko.
Yeah, and if all those
I
got
say I went to the zoo last night. Actually, what I meant was I just was spent a night at home.
and there's definitely a problem if some of those animals get out of their cage and start interacting with each other, isn't there?
It's the circle of life.
Yep. Yep.
I can run, yeah.
Moving on to episode 1029, a clip from pre-show. This was Earth's first episode of the year. What?
You just preparing yourself?
No, I still got a bit of congestion at the back of my nose that I'm dealing with.
Vicks Vapor Rub.
I'm not going to stuff that up my nose before we begin.
Like, huff it, dude. It worked.
Are you on that right now?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
That is Earth's classic response for whenever there's a question I ask him that he thinks I shouldn't be asking him or he doesn't want to answer.
Wouldn't you like to know, Loverboy?
Yeah. And also, I was always under the impression with Vapor Rub that you just put it below your nose.
You can. I mean, I remember it always going on your chest.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. But as with all things on that episode, there was another Freudian slip around the Patreon spot. And the question is, with everything that's been announced, will there be people who will take out a sub to play RS3, even if it's just to try leagues? That's the $1 million question here. And if that doesn't work, then I don't know. Maybe they got to pull something else out of their pants. I mean, their hat. So, I realized the reference there was hat, not pants. But in any case, should I do a Patreon ad right now since the both of you apparently are losing it?
Yeah, no, that feels like a good point for a Patreon read.
Speaking of pulling things out of your pants, pull out your wallet.
Oh boy, yeah. And like you were saying earlier with the clips, I don't view things in that mindset, so it just went.
That's pretty blatant. I would have been ashamed if Earth hadn't done something. I mean, come on.
You got to pull the rabbit out of your hat at some point, right? Some other kind of magic trick.
They did. They didn't make us get another sub for it. It worked.
That's right.
Or did they pull something out of their pants? We call that the zip flop. Right?
Okay.
Or you just put it on the table.
Okay, enough. And then, as with all things, the derailing continued on this episode. How do you make financials interesting for a podcast? That's the $1 million question, isn't it?
Yep.
You're getting paid $1 million?
I mean, I wish, but it's just cliche to say, right? $1 million question.
I don't think the Patreon is bringing in that kind of money yet.
No, if it was, we'd be off to a different country at this point in time.
All right, start selling your feet pics, Shane.
Whoa. No. No, there will never be any of that. There will never be anything like that. Anyways. We're not that kind of podcast, just like RuneScape's not that kind of fantasy game.
You're not going to have an only Shane? Not
no, absolutely not.
Shane After Dark.
No. And that's just the kind of energy that Earth brings to the show. So, hopefully everybody enjoyed that little clip into what the back and forth can be like sometimes on the podcast. And speaking of pulling out your wallet, I want to give a big thank you at this point in time to all of our Patreon supporters as we head into 2026 here, and just to say thank you to everybody who is presently supporting and anybody who supported this year. Just a big, huge thank you for allowing us to do this show, because, you know, it's a project that I set aside time to do each and every week. And when it comes time to look at things like the costs associated with running the website and, you know, the incidental hardware things that might occur, Patreon definitely helps with that. And also, the biggest thing, aside from the monetary value, is just the signal of what so many of you say about how much you value the show and what you get out of it. So big, huge thank you to all of our Patreon supporters this year, but in particular the people presently subbed. That is Alvaro L, Amos Reed, Arvids L, Bladecom, Chilbura, Dominic R, Duramax, Gila Fleur, Imperialis, Jade Gizmo, Jason S, Jesse W, Julia W, Kesky, Lemon Lodge, Luminos, Matt Mann, Mighty Myth, Michelle M, Mike, Wings, Mongrath, Parnassius, Ricky A, Robbie D, Rob Sobs, Samuel FL, Scott DS, Shirt Pants, Cy Oasis, Smavin, Snail Mage, Tabby, The Naked Captain, The Dabbing Goat, Tim, Ukulele Steve, Woody, Zant, and Zazakon. If you want to know more about this, head on over to patreon.com/RSBANDB. There we have a back catalog now of 89, soon to be 90 monthly bits available. These are bonus episodes that we record at the top of each and every month about any topic that you might imagine we can cover in RuneScape. We've covered all sorts of things in the past, like Legacy Combat. As an example, we've talked about Jagex's strategies and how they can right the ship, so to speak, numerous times. We've also, of course, done our tier lists on quests, PVM, and a whole bunch of other things. So if that sounds interesting to you, for as little as $1 a month, you can gain access to that huge backlog. For $3 a month, that's our community tier, and for that price, you'll be continuing to help support the podcast. You'll also get access to stereo versions of the podcast each and every week, and you'll get a rank in our Discord that gives you a special color on your name and access to a chat channel. And this is our community tier. This is the tier where we source monthly bit ideas from time to time and enable you to attend things like our community night. Then, of course, we also have our $5 tier, where for that price, you receive the early access to the clips, like the clips you're hearing right now on the Clip Show, but you get them as soon as they're out, week by week. And you also get expanded clips that we started doing at the fall of this year, where if we go on a tangent or something interesting in the pre or post show, we'll include that, and include that as just a little bit of extra content. But the biggest thing, of course, that people have started receiving and talking about is the RSBANDB update Christmas card there. That goes out every December. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, or you just want to say thank you, patreon.com/RSBANDB. But at the end of the day, end of the year, I'm the one that says thank you, because it's just such a huge indicator of support, and we are truly, truly grateful for each and every one of you. Thanks so much. Moving on to episode 1030, Pern's Daddy's Home reference. Returning. So this is, in many ways, the first regular RSBANDB update episode, at least I feel, in like a month. So there's that.
Sorry, folks. We got to rein it in this time.
Yeah. What'd you say? Who's back in town? What'd you call me?
Daddy.
I said Wild
Daddy's
West was
back.
over.
Oh, God, don't call me Daddy. God.
Daddy's home.
In the meantime,
Oh,
of
I'm not
course.
touching that one.
Oh, boy. See, the thing that happened there is that I went to RuneFest. I recorded an episode at RuneFest. And then I came home and I was sick for like a week and a half after that. So with everything that we were trying to do with scheduling, it took us until 10:30 to really get back into the rhythm of being normal.
Yeah. I still can't believe Pern called you daddy.
I know it was a little bit disturbing.
You have my assurance I will never call you daddy.
Thank you. Moving on to episode 1034. This was when we got hands-on with Dragon Wilds for the first time. It was the number one global top seller on Steam with an 84% very positive rating and the third most watched game on Twitch.
So yes.
Yeah, dude, you get the trees in a line, and then you do the oh my god, you get the magic, you get the little fucking hatchet, and you just spin that
purple hatchet go.
Ooh, you can get it's like dominoes, boom, 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 boom. It's a challenge to see how many you can get lined up. You
sounded like Donald Trump there.
Did I?
Yeah, when you were doing your dominoes. Yeah.
Oh, ding ding, yeah, ding bong, ding bong,
ding bong boom.
Yeah.
I'll let you explain that one.
Okay. So in Dragon Wilds, there is a spell called it's like astral projection, and you can take a spirit hatchet, and throw it to cut a bunch of trees down. So there are different places in there where you can try to get a line of them up there. I'm appalled that I might have sounded like Trump, but hey,
Have you ever seen the Trump Bing video? The video where he's talking about things that go Bing?
Yeah.
That's what that reminded me of.
Yeah.
I figured you would just enjoy that reference.
Something.
All right. Moving on to episode 1036 right now with torture and killing of characters. Oh boy.
Maybe a torture chair for the famous torture episode.
What was this?
That was you and Reed.
Oh, when I was talking about my favorite methods of torture.
Well, that and I think it might have been the same time, but it was the dwarf quest.
Oh yeah, about the killing of the NPCs.
I mean, I've always killed everyone because
no witnesses.
An enemy that's dead is an enemy that can't come back and get you later on. I mean, how many shows do we see where the good guy, he's got him down and he's and he lets him go, and he turns around and gets up, the guy grabs a gun and tries to shoot him again.
Of course, the reference being made there was Birthright of the Dwarves, I think, because that was a Mod Raven quest with the option to kill characters and torture. And, I think even Jagex decided that was too much and wanted to move away from such a thing.
Yeah, Shane went full 24 on him. It was
I did.
A moment.
I did.
It was a moment.
I did in that quest, yeah.
Pern's not wrong though.
No, because that is a very typical thing that happens in movies.
Yeah, totally.
All right. Going back to 1035 here, that was 1036. Still from the pre-show, I skipped over one by accident. Mud crabs on OSRS. RS3 just has better implementations of the skills in most cases.
You could live for 3 or 4 straight or 50 straight weeks at Nightmare Zone or Sand Crabs. Aren't those great options that you could leave your account logged in at and click once every 15 minutes? Isn't it great?
No.
25 minutes actually, because it's old school.
No.
Indeed.
Imagine a life measured in mud crabs. Like, instead of getting a birthday cake with how old you are, it's how many mud crabs you killed.
How long have you been doing it?
Yeah.
Now, mud crabs, have you been playing Oblivion? Because that's not an old school RuneScape monster.
I have not, but I've been watching people play.
There you go.
Okay, that makes sense. The mud crabs make sense. They got a lot of crabs, but none of them are mud.
Yeah.
We were wondering exactly what they meant by mud crabs on OSRS.
Okay, so different? Like, are they?
Well, obviously
Right.
I don't know. I've never played Oblivion, so I don't know. But the critter we were talking about on Old School was the sand crabs.
Oh, I was thinking the thing. I was thinking, oh, those are rock crabs. Shit, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I pictured rock crabs. Okay.
Yeah, they added sand
Um,
crabs later on as one that had more HP than the rock crabs, because everybody just loved their crab trading methods. And it became such a meme that when the Varlamore expansion came out later in the year, they added a gemstone crab. And the whole idea behind this creature was that it would just never die, and it was on a 10-minute timer. And the benefit to it is the way that overhit works in the game is that if you have a really strong weapon like an Abyssal Whip or, some of the tier 80 weapons like the Fang in Old School, you can hit more damage on those crabs and delete them, but you won't be getting your full XP. So the idea behind it was they add the gemstone crab as an AFK training method that makes it so that it's effective even at the high levels. So you can literally go and get, 100k combat XP an hour by clicking 6 times in that hour. As one of their combat training methods.
I mean,
interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on to episode 1040, another pre-show clip when you had an accident in the backyard.
We may.
How's your snake bite?
Yeet.
Can't see it anymore.
Oh, that's
Did your snake bite you?
Good. Yeah. It was the same. Only hours after I knocked myself out with a fence post, like, dude, you talk about like
You knocked yourself out with a fence post?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It would have looked real good on WWE. Like, I mean,
oh, so we should have done a video show this week, is what you're saying?
Man, it was bad. So, I mean, it's kind of a bad thing, but yeah, I was putting up like those metal fence posts that you put up for like, wire fencing. Like you'll see them for like gardening and stuff.
Yeah.
I put a bunch of those up. I'm putting some fencing up so that I can take my big snake out and she can be out and in a fenced in area. Well, I bent down to pick something up, and because I don't see real well, I did not notice that I was right by one of them posts that I had just put in the ground, and full force, because I wasn't expecting it, busted my nose. Like, just ran that fence up my nose, man.
My God.
I didn't know you could cut the inside of your nose. You know, like cut the septum, cut the inside. Yeah, it sucked. And then a couple hours later, my snake bit me. So
you could smell the blood.
It was my fault. I had fed my big snake, and then I looked over and I'm like, oh, they need water, to my smaller ones. So I went to get them water. They're not usually out during the day. The male just happened to be out. I didn't think anything of it. I no longer got the cage open. He must have smelled me. Bam! And just got my hand, dropped the water. That sucked in my lap. But yeah, but I wasn't mad at him. I'm like, I mean, all right, I guess you're hungry, but you just ate a couple days ago. But they're opportunistic eaters, I guess.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty.
So.
That's what we mean when we say pre-show tangents like that. Yeah, I think that one's fairly classic.
That hurt. And that lasted for a long time.
Oh.
Like it took, I mean, it healed, but it just was there for like a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
The bite or the fence post, Mark?
The fence post.
Oh, dear. All right, moving on to episode 1041. This marked our 20th anniversary of the podcast.
Just the sheer determination, man. Every week, week in, week out.
Look,
that's something.
And the dedication.
I have a saying. If it needs to go in, it will go in, and I'm talking about putting the square peg in the round hole. That's one of my favorite analogies. If it's got to go in, it'll go in.
It always has to go in.
And don't tell me no, because if you tell me no, I'm gonna push that much harder. Oh, did I?
Try to. I'm gonna spit on that thing for Shane.
Shane, no means no. I'm sorry.
I tried to keep it together.
You've had 20 years of that too, Shane. 20 years of oblivious to English language.
I was holding it in until Earth cracked, and that made me crack.
Pern, what? You were a listener as well to begin with, and I think you just got on generally. Moving on.
Oh yeah, but I when I first started the game,
I'll start by saying that I should have led with the analogy that the square peg going into the round hole is one of my favorite analogies, because to me it illustrates that no matter how difficult things might be, I can only get more determined. I probably should have led with that.
See, I mean, believe it or not, we're not always trying to make dick jokes, but Shane just doesn't allow us not to. Like, when he's like, and I just keep ramming.
I never said ramming, I said push.
If I hear no, I go on.
I said push.
Push, okay. Oh.
The next clip also from this episode talks about various types of insertions. All right. What have we been doing? What have we been doing in RS? Let's start with you. Let's start with you, Pern.
I was going to say, do we want to do patch notes first?
Oh, did I skip over the patch notes entirely?
You skipped over patch notes, yeah.
Okay, that's because I was out of order from our insertion earlier, or our addendum, rather.
Oh, no.
It's gotta go in. It's gotta go in.
There's a clip show.
You have to stop.
Fine.
God.
All right.
Come on, Shane loves his insertions. Let's leave him alone.
Shane put it back.
Starting off, they remove the animation delay when crafting runes at the Orania altar. Okay, good. The insertion of a segment. Again, fairly innocuous on its own.
I think it's even worse when Earth is here, because like,
is it because he's trained to look after those things after all those years, right?
Maybe that's it, but you seem to do it more. Like, I don't know.
And I've been asked this before. I'm not specifically seeking out to make these kind of references or under the table kind of innuendos.
That's what makes it funny, but yeah.
Moving on to episode 1042, we're going to look at the examines of the Crafting Guild. Any final graphical comments before I move on to the star of the show, the Star Bloom armor?
The examines hit.
Oh,
absolutely.
Right. Okay. Which of these should I look at?
Classic mods to examines. The step ladder.
Okay, where is a step ladder?
Like in the middle of the floor on the bottom floor, next to a bookcase.
Okay. Middle of the floor, bottom floor, next to a bookcase. Am I blind? Oh God, I must be blind. I'm looking at the pottery oven right now.
It's on the other side from the pottery oven.
Okay, I got it. Okay. Examine step ladder. Unfortunately, you never met your real ladder.
Oh no!
Oh God!
Oh no!
Give me another one.
I don't know if I remember the other ones. They're
Workbench.
good.
One day hopes to grow up to be an inventor's workbench.
They are. Matsu littered it with the good stuff.
Chest, you're not medically qualified to do that.
The shelves have remarkably high shelf esteem.
Filing cabinet. This is where the master crafter keeps their license to kill. Can we just
There's another filing cabinet that's got where there's tailing, there's paperwork. I just do want to say one thing.
I got one more for you.
Whoops.
You can have my
Okay.
first joke about chimneys on the house. I have stacks of them.
God.
Good thing it was just Father's Day. Yeesh.
Oh, shit. Okay. I feel like I'm done. I've done all I need to for this
I like these
episode.
live reactions. They're perfect.
Yeah.
It is a lot more steps involved.
Right. Storage bin. When the cows are tipped, this is where they keep their spare change. They're saving up to buy a Cadillac.
I
They
hear
didn't
you,
make a
Fern.
funny one.
I think
They didn't make a
Shane's
funny
gone off.
one. They didn't. Yeah, Shane's not listening. He's examining. But the bangle, a device used to press excess liquid from clothes. I mean, come on. Couldn't they got something funny for that one?
Yeah. And see,
Like
I
from the
did
old,
I did a few
Cracker Barrels.
upstairs on that, and I never went down to those ones.
They fill space.
Oh my God. That had to be this year's most hilarious update with all of the examine infos that were put in there in that new crafting guild, but I think that was Mod Stew.
They were having too much fun with that.
And I mean, like I said, I felt so fulfilled after that, like I could have just ended the show there. Episode 1043, talking about two very Canadian things.
And that's as long as the Canadian posties are working.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
speaking
right.
of Canadians, at some point we need to get RMNZ's opinion on your pronunciation of his last name. Because I don't know about that one, boss. But maybe a job for later.
Oh, right. I said NZ.
How dare you?
And you know what the thing is that if I go back in
It's
time, Z was just so much easier for me to say, and maybe I should go back to that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm giving you so much
we're down
needless
south,
crap.
it's NZ.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We have lots of weird absurdities here, and the Z versus Z, and the poutines, and the toques, and all that kind of crap like
Okay,
that.
poutine is the
Don't get me
greatest.
started on the OU, Shane, because
The poutine is the greatest thing you've ever invented. Don't at me.
that's true.
Well, I don't like cheese, so there you
Pretty damn
go.
good.
How dare you? Well, no, I won't. How dare you for that one? How dare you? But just a little bit, and I get it. So go on.
We didn't do much on the Canada file this year, I don't think, did we?
No, not as much, but I get a lot of that at work.
Right, because you work with Canadians.
Yeah, and we had a whole debacle between the way that collar is supposed to be spelled and the verbiage.
Color.
Going from a Canadian company to an American company, and then having the American people like in marketing be like, "Well, it's misspelled," and then watching my boss lose his ever-loving mind. It's not misspelled.
Oh my God. See, that's the thing. When you're working across borders, you set a standard for it. And if you're not able to accept that standard, then there's other questions involved. Like you decide whether you're using American English, Canadian English, which I don't recommend, or British English. Because Canadian English is this weird middle ground where we have some of the things from British English, but we have many of the things from American English. Like we don't say aeroplane or aluminium. But on the other hand, it's color with an OU, favorite with an OU, Z, and so on and so forth. But
Yeah, at least you don't put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
oh my God, that's right. Okay. Episode 1044. My neighbors messed things up in pre-show. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's 10 to 9 on a weekday. Who cuts grass at that time?
Are we recording?
Yeah.
He was about to start, and someone only outside obviously is cutting their lawn.
At 10 to 9 p.m.
All right, Shane, that was the hardest left turn out of a countdown I think I've ever heard you done, because I thought that was a show intro. What in Patreon's name is this?
Let's just say that for the first half of the year, I had some weird neighbors that would do things at odd hours of the day, and it really threw me when somebody started cutting the grass at 10 to 9 p.m. on a weekday.
I mean, I that's what happens when you have daylight savings, right?
Yeah, I guess, but typically it didn't happen. And, you know, in general, the etiquette is to not do those things, you know, past 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's supposed to be. And I think even at one point there was noise bylaws in effect where you couldn't, you know, do things like that, like run a lawnmower or run like other noisy equipment like a chainsaw past 8 p.m. on the weeknights. But this episode also saw one of those sneezes that everybody talks about. That was edited out.
That I just don't feel as affected by things like that. But holy
Gesundheit.
all right.
Carry on.
Yeah.
You see how quick that was? You're used to it. You just
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, well, after so many years, it used to make its jump. Now we're just like, oh, okay.
it used to make Purge jump as well.
Yeah.
Moving on to episode 1046. This was another Earth episode where we were talking about their Spudworks episode, I think. But we began with a rant on the Python programming language.
Oh, I still can't.
No, but I moved to it earlier this year when I started having problems running multiple variants of software on my Mac. And then came the realization that I can just tell Docker to do all this for me, and it will do it.
Wait, is it Python?
Yes.
The worst user experience
yeah, how'd you know?
Of all time?
How'd you know that?
Because going from 2.7.3 to 2.7.3.1 shouldn't break every fucking thing.
That's exactly what happened.
Stupid programming language I have ever used.
That's exactly what
I should not have to have 50 versions for it to work.
That is exactly.
You should have the most recent one, and everything works. There is no reason for it to break if you're on something that's a minor point version later. A major point version, 2.7 to 3, whatever, okay, maybe. It's stupid. It's bad practice. That's not how it should work. But I get it. Especially because it's a new programming language.
But back in the day.
Completely.
Back in the day, I used to be able to run PHP 5 and PHP 7 no problem. But just managing dependencies and whatnot when it came to Python stuff, you know, that was the end of it.
Oh my god, and the way they install packages is fucking asinine too.
And that was the other thing, is that I use macOS because I want, you know, a graphical user interface. And if I wanted to manage my own packages, I'd just use Linux. So why am I using a package manager on macOS?
Yeah, and why does everything break if you're using version 5.0.1.1 instead of 5.0.0.0 of some random ass package that didn't change anything, but it says in some file that it has to be this version. I hate Python.
I mean, I'll still tell people to learn it as a good first programming language.
No!
The reason I tell them...
Dude.
Hang on. Let me tell you this. The reason I tell them this is because you don't need the investment that you need for something like Java or C#. You just need a text file and the interpreter.
Just learn C++ like God intended. Like, for fuck's sake, it doesn't even have line endings.
C++ was my first programming language 25 years ago.
Yeah, and you turned out okay, I guess.
I still like C++.
That's not what you say. That's not what you say off air.
Like, but then Python doesn't even, like, you don't even have to put any, it's white space. Everything is done by white space.
Oh,
That
I
is
remember when I first started
stupid.
looking at Python, I thought I could use my tabs, but no, it's actual, like, spaces.
Another reason.
Okay, we got way off of Amazon Web Service EKS here. Wow. So we were talking about their infrastructure post about how the RuneScape servers are set up, and there was a whole suite of discussions about Amazon Web Services and Elastic Kubernetes services, which, you know, don't worry about what that means. Go back to that episode if you want to further deep dive into that. But yeah, programming languages, Python obviously struck a nerve there with Earth. I still recommend Python as a first programming language if anybody's wanting to, you know, play around with programming, because literally all you need is a text editor and the Python interpreter, and you can be writing your first Hello World or tic-tac-toe app in, you know, 5 minutes. So just a bit of a preview into that side of things. And one thing that was said that was true, and you can kind of guess at, you know, age and how long I've been doing this sort of thing, is that, and I started programming in my early teens. C++ was my first programming language back then, which I would not recommend today for somebody to do that. There's better ways. Okay, I can tell I put Tanis to sleep there with that.
I was sitting here thinking, I thought C++ was like the current thing that everything needed. Like, I'm so confused. I don't know.
C++ is mainly used this day and age in low-level things like graphic drivers and sometimes graphic shader implementations.
Okay.
And then you can have a whole myriad of things that implement your day-to-day software use on Windows that, you know, we won't go into right here, right now, because we could give a whole talk on that. Waifus came up on this episode as well.
Oh.
So, you know, they'll be okay. Maybe they should just go outside for a bit.
Return to monkey, as you say.
That's right. Reject humanity, return to monkey.
If humans were supposed to be outside, we wouldn't have spent so long perfecting inside.
It's true.
Yeah, well, I mean, people want to be inside, especially with the new waifu companions that are coming online. But anyways, that's a topic for another day.
Jesus Christ, Ted Kaczynski was right.
With that, what have we been doing in game? Perd, you'll start. You can tell that he had he had interesting technology views there.
Oh, I second the motion.
Oh, what part?
Well, you know, maybe Ted was on to something. No, I'm joking, but the whole X.
What was his shtick? I know he's the Unabomber.
Technology was going to destroy humanity, I think, something like that.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, we haven't done that yet. We haven't reached the AI singularity yet on that.
But we're damn sure trying. And hey, the good news is either we make it and we extinct ourselves, or we blow up our AI bubble and go broke. It's a win-win.
Yeah, that's one thing. The AI bubble is absolutely absurd. But have you also seen in the last couple months how far AI video generation and image generation has come?
Yeah, I have, and I'm failing to see a purpose. In fact, like it's actively, I really don't like it. Like my boss and I talk about it all the time, because you'll see things now. We're both wrestling fans. You'll see wrestling videos. Shit never happened.
Right.
But it'll be the old people.
Right. Yeah.
And it Mandela affects the shit out of you, and you got to go back and then look. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I go back to your pick of the year from last year on this, when the presidents played Overwatch, because that was just audio.
And
like that's an okay use case, right?
And you could tell, you know what I mean? Like there was enough of a difference. You knew what you're listening to, but this stuff it's another level.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. Like the actors that were worried about it, they should have been worried about it, because you can't tell the difference.
Right. And I mean, Coke and McDonald's both did holiday ads this year with AI.
Yeah. The only thing that'll save us is the people going, we don't want slop. I mean, even that being the word of the year.
Return
slop,
to monkey.
What's that tell you? Return to monkey.
Yeah. And see, that's the problem. Just speaking on this in general, not just on the video and the audio generation stuff, but on all of the generative AI stuff that's done by modern large language models. The problem is that every model that's out there right now is almost exclusively trained on the internet. And as they keep doing that, they're going to train on more and more AI-generated content.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's a blind spot with generative AI, is that outside of the digital world, a lot of the training content that isn't in terms of like actual books and whatnot hasn't actually been picked up on. As an example, one thing that cropped up on this in terms of some of the AI discussion people that I follow is that if you go back to the 80s, 70s, and 60s, old school TV shows that were on TV, the advertisements, the radio jingles, and all those sorts of things, there is no way to train the modern AI models on those that people have wanted to, because there is no archive of old TV commercials or old radio jingles.
Yeah, but
and you
then
could pick something else up from that if you started on that.
Or well, that could change. I mean,
I don't know if there's a large repository.
You have one of the
for
biggest.
That,
yeah, it's called the Library of Congress, and guess who was in that earlier this year?
Oh, really?
Everything else.
Yeah,
that whole dossier. It was all a data scrape scam for Grok. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we have one more clip from 1046 talking about propeller hats.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we ready to strap on our propeller hats?
We stop saying it like that, please.
Okay.
Put on those nerdy horn-rimmed glasses with the tape together in the middle.
There you go, much better.
Okay, put the propeller hat on then. Is that the part you're taking issue with, or is it the propeller or the strap?
The propeller hat, it's all together.
It's the strap on, buddy.
Okay.
You don't like the strap on part, eh?
Who straps on a hat?
If it's windy,
don't wear a hat.
Then your hair gets messed up. Anyways,
I could never wear a hat.
I know. I have seen hats that have like a little buckle that go underneath the chin and then a propeller on the top, i.e. a strap to prevent it from flying away.
You have?
Yeah.
I'm with Earth on this, and if a hat has a strap, then that's now a helmet, in my view.
Even if it's soft? Out of fabric?
Even if it's soft, because hey, maybe it's mage armor. So anything with a strap is a helmet.
Semantics. Moving on to, at this point, episode. Actually, I missed another clip here. I missed episode 1045. Boy, this doesn't normally happen on the clip shows where I scroll through the clips and end up missing them. So we're just finding all sorts of clips in the Santa stocking here. This one probably has something to do with you because it's called eye tests.
Okay.
From the pre-show of episode 1045.
The funny thing is, when I went for my license, they give you an eye test, but they say, wait over there next to the eye chart. So I'm sitting there and I just read this, memorized this eye chart. Then they take you back and say, okay, read the eye chart. I've memorized the thing. So, yep, bang, 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 bang. I mean, I couldn't see it. So, yep, no worries, your eyes are fine. And, yeah, it wasn't until I was actually driving and having trouble recognizing stop signs. And, yeah, you're coming up and you're squinting at the sign at the side of the road. And my mum was sitting there going, I'm never getting in the car again with you unless you go and get your eyes tested. And, yeah, that's when I had to get glasses.
It wasn't you.
It wasn't me. I have a similar story, but it wasn't me.
Oh, what's yours?
Oh, well, so that's kind of how we found out, like, my whole disease and everything was, like, I had memorized my eye test for my driving permit.
Oh, okay.
Like, I failed it 3 times. Third time I had it memorized. But then when I got to driver's ed, the jig was up. They had to use the brakes on me.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they actually are operational, if you're wondering. It's not,
oh, yeah, they have to be.
It's not just a meme. Yeah.
Moving on to episode 1051, trying to deal with some tech problems in pre-show. Yeah, that was my
audio. Is headsets. Audio in is headsets. Disable video, beautiful. But now I can't hear anyone.
We're not
talking.
There. Can you hear it now?
So,
oh my God, this looks like my everyday about 9 o'clock.
What do you mean? Oh, with trying to get everything working.
Fucking telehealth, dude.
I'm going to hang up and rejoin, I think.
Sir, do I need to give you a call? No, it's okay, sir. I can call you. Okay.
Oh, hang on, maybe it's...
Oh, why? How is it that the person who can't see got it before the person that can see?
There it is. It's okay. What's it called, the volume? The volume was turned off on my headphones.
That's funny. No, that was a window into my everyday. 100%.
That also takes me back to when we were first getting people going for audio conversations.
Yeah, it reminds me of, you would think, with all of the, all the advancements during the pandemic era of voice chat.
It got easier, but it's not 100% transparent yet.
No, that was so... that was like PTSD. I was like, it's happening. It's happening right now.
The one great thing to come out of that was that I now basically don't need to ask if people have a headset and camera, because most everybody does.
Yeah, that's true.
This was also when we first started talking about how League's characters were going to work. You don't have to pay for extra membership in order to play it. It effectively creates a sharded copy of your character, and you
say sharded?
Yeah.
Sharded?
Yeah. Like a shard.
It's a sharded copy.
Like a shard.
Dean, D, not a T.
Yeah, D.
Uh-huh.
And the whole idea behind it is that you complete tasks. So I was giving the league's rundown, and I said sharded, SHARDED, and you went a different direction with that.
That's what it sounded like to me. And I've never heard that word with a D I don't know. I just like, what is he doing? What's he saying?
We also have a clip from post show on that episode.
Yeah.
3 piercing abilities.
Oh, I like that one too. Yeah, but Tusker Goes is sort of a nice, simple.
And it's a throwback to back in the olden days of the Tusker Comes event.
Tusker Comes. Tusker's spent his load.
Oh, God.
No tenting for Tusker.
Who was on the fucking pitching a tent for RuneFest episode that let me do that title?
We two were.
Was it us?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Because I think you said it, and I said, yeah, that's a good one, and I'm sitting here laughing, waiting for Shane to pick up on it, and he didn't, and I'm going,
yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to get this one snuck through. So it was actually Tannis suggested it, and I just sort of seconded it, and
There's the explanation on that episode.
Caught.
Makes me feel better that it wasn't me that suggested it.
No, I guess, yeah.
Moving on to episode 1052, Double XP Sugar Daddies.
Super
that's
dude.
where I used to make all my money, was just gathering all the stuff, and then 2 weeks before, as soon as they announced it, you chuck it on at 20% over GE price, and just sit back there, and it'd sell over the week.
I had the buddy that had the briefcase, man, and he just made the rounds just all day. Just all day.
Briefcase of potions, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, between that and the Desert Casino, he bought Premiere for all of us.
Good to have a sugar daddy.
Fun fact, Sirion, who we did the old school show with, there was once a meetup in the Netherlands that he held with a bunch of Clan Quest people from around Europe, and the official name for that meetup was Sirion's Sugar Babies.
I mean, he was hosting. He got to exude that power.
Yeah. Well, he didn't choose the name. They chose the name because of, I guess, what happened there. So.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Okay. That might be an after dark show.
Well, that's I guess what you get with the Dutch meetup.
And just to think, if we get rid of MTX items, we can have that all year round.
You just got to find the right one. So what was in the briefcase?
Supersets. And then it was Dragon Tips. Which was the other one? There was one that was like a.
What were those used for?
Art.
Oh, fletching.
Oh, fletching.
Oh, so like Dragon Bolt Tips, and then back criminal bolts.
Yeah, like this.
Or the arrowheads, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. So basically, just enabling everybody to train those artisan skills so fast.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Moving on to episode 1053, a clip from pre-show talking about AEW. And then the Make Good Mini Double XP. That starts on the 8th.
Can't help but feel
Very
like
nice.
you've set this up, Shane, like an AED or an AEW wrestling show.
What?
Yeah, we're gonna start off with banger fucking ratings in the beginning, and they're gonna dwindle off as the fucking mid cards come out. to play.
But then you end with a banger too. We end with Moxley stabbing someone with a fork.
Oh shit! Not the fucking pizza cutter.
Did you see the fork through what's his name's ear?
No.
What the
At the last pay-per-view? Oh, the last pay-per-view, he got Darby Allin, had him down. He got a fork and pierced his ear with the fork and was ripping his ear with the fork.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
I mean, that's not wrestling. That's not wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's sick, but you can't not watch
it's
it.
a spectacle. I mean, it's a spectacle, but that should be like that's GWC shit right up there. You know, that's some garbage wrestling. Like I'm with Cornette when it comes to Moxley. Fucking,
he's a psycho.
He calls him the Moxley Plumbing Company.
So you and Pern often talk about that sort of the wrestling stuff in pre-show, but and for people who are unaware, that's typically, well, not typically, but sometimes that's how pre-shows go, where we'll just be starting on one specific thing, and then there's a little brief tangent about that or something else.
Yeah, it's pretty common, but that's what pre-show is for. Get it out so we can run through what we need to go through. Yeah.
Then following that, Pern talked about the time he spent all the 72 hours of a DXP inside on the weekend.
But yes, anyway.
My longest RuneScape session was about 13 hours, and it was not on a DXP.
I took the weekend off work on one of my very first ones where they had it, and the family was going away that weekend. I think my daughter had a dance thing on, and my son was staying at his friend's place. So I was home alone, and basically I went from midnight, and I think I crashed out Sunday afternoon. So I did like 36, 37 hours, slept for about 3 or 4 hours, got up, had something to eat, a shower, and then went straight back to it until the Monday midday. The family come home the Sunday night, and I'm just sitting there, my eyes hanging out. I'm like, yep, hi, how are you? Yeah, off you go. Yep. It was fantastic.
Maybe there's an argument
it's not something you do every weekend, but I mean, it was just fun. It was special. It was like, you know.
We'd have no idea what's happening with DXP under this whole new paradigm. We know it's happening fewer times this year, but we don't know much else.
I don't look for it to. It'll never be like that again.
What's your ideal DXP format?
I like the weekend.
So just the 3 days of constant 2x.
Yep.
Okay. I have good memories of the one that started at 2.7 and then ticked down over time, but I understand that that's really not, feasible based on the way certain skills in the game work and whatnot. But it was interesting back then when it was a novelty.
Yeah, the only problem with that one is that to me, that's like almost the opposite of right now, right? Like, it was only 12 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Of double XP.
Yeah.
Because after that, it just didn't really much matter.
All right. Moving on to episode 1054 with 2 clips from pre-show. You guys are getting a lot of pre-show clips this year. And that's why you sign up on Patreon, because Patreon people get these right off the bat. You remember back in the day we had the story on the show about Samsung washing machines and they're exploding?
Yep, that was from me. Because I was selling they were actually catching on fire and Samsung were trying to hide it. That's when I got into trouble because my Samsung rep come in and I'd driven into work and there was a car that was on fire on the side of the road.
Oh, I remember this.
And he's come in, he come in and he had another guy with him. Well, I didn't really think of it. I said, saw this new Samsung car driving. He goes, Samsung car? I said, yeah, caught on fire on the side of the road, because that was when their phones were catching on fire. And he's gone, this is our managing director. The big boss had come in and I'm saying this. I'm going, hi, how are you? And he was not impressed.
Pern used to work at an electronics store and was on the front line for all the exploding Samsung hardware and appliances.
Oh, that's great, though. And can we just say exactly what I would expect in Australia?
Yeah, that's right. But it happened. It happened everywhere too. Here.
Yeah, no. What I mean is, like, that is just quintessential Australian to walk in and be like, "Hey, did you see the new Samsung car out there?" Just, just straight up not caring.
Also, more talk on leagues from pre-show, starting with the title on this episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of RSBANDB Update, Raging... Whoa, that's the wrong show. I was going to say Raging Echoes. We'll just restart that. Wrong league. For some reason, I was in the mode that I was going to be starting a show talking about an old school league when I should have said Catalyst instead of Raging Echoes, because Raging Echoes was the last old school one. I don't know what was with my head there, but hey, it worked.
Probably because you had done a Raging Echoes.
Yeah, we did a lot on Raging Echoes on the show.
So, yeah.
Moving on to episode 1055, the famous or perhaps infamous Zant is here. You remember this one? But I think yearly is too often. I think every 18 months is the sweet spot, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I do. I like once a year.
Well, I'm saying like yearly because if it was yearly, I mean, other than maybe the group Ironman, that I wouldn't play any other RuneScape. Like this is what I want to play. I get that I can't have it all the time, just like you can't have like cocaine every day. But I mean,
well, Zant is here.
You can party.
Zant is here. Who? No.
What's up, man?
Zant, do you tee me up? That's what it sounds like you're saying.
What is Shane trying to imply here?
Exactly.
I mean,
he's trying to get the cops knocking on your door. So your next stream, you're gonna get swatted by Shane.
Zant is here.
Smooth transition, Shane.
That he has
good one.
Is that he was not playing and now is. And so many other people are doing that.
Right.
That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to begin a transition there into a segment talking about how leagues brought people back. And I was going to do it just after your comment there. So
yeah,
there was a connection of it too there that was a bit inopportune.
Hell of a segue there, Shane.
Yeah.
Definitely. Segue of the year.
Well, the other thing that happened this year, you remember when people started counting down to the rapture in the fall?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, how can I forget?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not even here right now.
Yeah, we got a clip on that.
I'm just glad to see you guys are still here, so
what?
You must be as big of fucking sinners as I am.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
The rapture.
You didn't get raptured, dude.
What?
I was never expecting that. I know where I'm going.
What is going on?
You missed the rapture, Shane.
When?
Like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
yesterday was the rapture.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We're all not worthy.
Yeah.
You know, as it comes
Apparently
around
nobody
every 4
was
years.
worthy.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Yeah, it's like Haley's Comet, just every so often.
I see.
Yeah, one of those weird evangelical loons predicted the rapture again, as they do every few years.
But you don't understand. It's the 7,000 lineup of the Hebrew such and
the ley lines, they're aligning.
Fuck.
Aren't ley lines an engineering thing?
No, they're a Wiccan esotericism thing.
I thought ley lines were like math and engineering.
I'm sure it is as well, but I'll let the witches.
Are you thinking survey lines?
No.
Okay. Well, that's different.
I mean, I imagine like electricians do lay line in the sense of lay as a verb, but
just like plumbers laying pipe.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yes, they do. Yeah, they do. I hope that was recorded.
It was, but it likely won't be a clip.
Oh. My wife showed me a TikTok of someone whose neighbor asked them to watch their dog when they got raptured, and like, imagine going to someone and saying in as many words, "I think you're going to hell."
Be like,
right?
But I thought all dogs go to heaven. You shouldn't have to worry about that. You must have an especially asshole dog.
Well, that too, yeah. Right. You know your dog's getting left behind. That's brutal.
I've never used TikTok, but I have occasionally dabbled with YouTube Shorts. Oh boy, internet culture, am I right?
Yeah, I like that because that was like a turducken of a clip, right? Like you had a little this, and then on the inside you had a little surprise, and then came right back. Or should it be known as the weave?
Maybe. But I just found the whole bit about the dog and the rapture hilarious.
Yeah. Goodbye, 2025.
We say that every year.
I know it. I know.
And does it get better?
No. But maybe it'll be different, or maybe it'll be bad in other ways. I don't know.
Now I want to go back to the 2019 clip show and see what we said about 2020. So, just saying. All right, there was one more clip on this episode from the end when Zerdones and I were talking about something a little bit specific. Well, that turned into a bit of a meandering discussion, and I think with that, it's time to end the show. Does anybody have anything else here before we go?
The only word I understood you guys said was nips.
Mips, not nips.
Oh.
Tennis, I'm on your level. No, that's going to make it more fun.
Can you run Doom on nips?
That's what I...
Oh, God.
How many and how fast?
Get a bunch of dancers in a row. I think you could do it.
I think so.
So on that episode, there was a pick of the week that Zerdones did about can you run Doom, and one of the things that Doom was able to actually be run on was an age-old MIPS MIPS processor, which is a very simple processor from the olden days of the 1980s.
That ain't what I heard.
Do I need to start speaking in NATO phonetic?
I don't know what that means, but
I
don't know what a MIP processor is.
So NATO phonetic means that for every word in the alphabet, there is a very clear pronunciation of another word that can be used to get it across. So A is Alpha, B Bravo, C
like
Charlie.
Army talk, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so Mike India Papa Sierra.
Yeah.
Is what that would be. Yes. Moving on to episode 1057, talking about the group Iron Man and broken armors that we have experienced.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna plug again doing elite dungeons for Dungeoneering XP. All the bosses are worth I don't know, a bunch of XP. I don't know how much off the top of my head. And
the mini bosses are 5K,
and same with the mini bosses as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you just go out of your way to kill all the mini bosses while you're farming ED2 for your melee codexes.
Yeah,
Just
well,
saying.
that's how I got a lot of my XP for the GIMP account was.
Why are you calling it a GIMP account?
group Iron Man player. He's a GIMP account. He's a group Iron Man player.
I was wondering if I was mishearing you here.
No, I was calling him GIMP. I'll call him the GIMP.
I was thinking the GIMP open source software, the graphic image manipulation program. I don't know that I anticipated that, but I understand what he means now when he says it.
Yeah, it's so funny too because you're thinking like
software.
Every time you hear, yeah, you're always thinking like software or something, and like we're thinking like movie reference and stuff, right? Like, I mean, Bring Out the GIMP is like Pulp Fiction. It's, it's like, you know, this is funny. You must not watch a whole lot of movies.
No, I don't watch movies. Since 2015, I can probably count the number of movies I've watched on one hand.
That would explain it.
Yes. All right. And then Broken Armor.
It's a lot of fun. And yeah, one thing I did sort of come across is Broken Armor. Sitting there AFKing my krill, you know, just walking, you know, yep, go kill, walk away, fold some washing, go and get a drink, get something for the dogs, come back, hey, where's my health bar going down? Oh, you must have got one of those, a couple of those slams through, that's okay. Shark's on the ground, eat a shark. Bang, sit there, look back again and going, why the hell am I half health? Okay, eat another shark. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the screen, and I'm watching now. I'm going, why the hell is he hitting through me? Why? And all of a sudden, his sidekicks are hitting through me. And what's going on? And I've looked over, and I've got, did something happen? I've looked at my armor. It's all my armor's a broken state. So it's like, oh, okay. I mean, I still survived. There was no hassle, but you know, you sort of had to actually watch.
You forget about those things when you rely on ancient invention armors.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And you got to go repair them.
We all had, yeah, and we probably all had moments.
Oh yeah,
like that.
Oh yeah,
because that was fun.
Yeah, I when I was doing the on the group Iron Man, the GIMP, when I was doing my Zuck run, I completed that Zuck run with like 4 minutes left on my charge back. And you can imagine what would have happened if that would have ran out while doing Zuck. So
you've been running on. Yeah, that's like hoping. That's having E in the tank, and you're just hoping.
Yeah, I like to go until the light comes on sometimes.
Okay, see, I was always the chronic topper offer. Like I would top it off constantly.
Yeah, well, and see, the thing is, here in winter, it depends. Like winter, I'll be a little bit more, you know, take more precautions on that, right? But otherwise, you know, until you get to, you know, below a quarter, that's fine.
Yeah. As long as you got what is it? Do you got AAA up there?
Yes, but I don't want to share my opinion on how I feel about that subscription.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I see those things as kind of a waste of money.
Yeah.
But moving on to episode 1061. Treasure Hunter will be yoinked from the game. Give us your best guess and most rational guess too.
The kids call it yeeted, I think, Shane.
Right.
It gets yeeted.
Right.
Yeet.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no, I like the yoink from our little mushroom friends.
I remember it was yeeted a number of years ago when we were doing something. I'll have to go back and see when that was. But you're right, Pern. It has been.
Oh, it might be something new. Yeah, you know.
If we have anybody in the under 15 category listening to this show, let us know what it is.
6, 7.
All right.
I made that not cool.
What is 6, 7? I
don't know,
that
but I just made it not cool.
I've heard that a bunch of times, and I don't know what it means.
It doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. They just say it. Just say it.
Okay, it's not like the tent before RuneFest, right?
No, no.
Raising your tent pole, Shane.
Okay, so a couple things there. Obviously, the tentpoles were a prevailing thing throughout the year, and 6-7 started on TikTok, and it just means nothing. I actually looked it up at one point, either before or after this episode, but it worked its way through more than it should have in the year, I think.
Yeah, I think that was a thing on the wrap up, yearly wrap up type of thing. So yeah, I told you it didn't mean anything.
No, it means absolutely nothing.
13-year-old.
Absolutely nothing.
I love how In and Out had to change their orders so that there's no 6-7.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, now moving on to the last clip of the year from episode 1067's pre-show. Speaking of money, people have discovered that they can make me say out different things with the Patreon names.
Oh.
So one was going to make me sound
that
like
last week.
Yeah, so we got ooh ah ah ooh ooh ah ah ah.
This is gonna be fun.
You got to do it in a sing-song voice.
Yeah, what even is that? It's literally like
he said it's supposed to be like a monkey.
I didn't even know you could make your Patreon name that long.
You blame Earth for that. He called everyone to change their names to do that. Shane mentioned it last week that you can change your names on here, and then Earth decided to tell everyone to go and change their name.
Oh boy. Thank you for your Patreon support, everybody. It means the world to us. And yeah, you can do that. And, not many people have, but hey, it's an option.
He's really pushing this Return the Monkey.
Yeah, he was.
Get you to Return the Monkey.
Yeah, and I mean, at that point when we looked at everything that happened this year, I mean, why not, right? So
I could get down with a more natural way of life.
But then we'd have to give up all this.
Yeah. But I mean, we could just we would really play Dragon the real life Dragon Wilds. Turns out all you gotta do is go outside. Cut down some trees, build some shit. What have we done?
No, right. And, with you mentioning that, maybe it's about time to talk about our picks of the year now that we're through the clips.
Hey, and that was a clean segue, not like some of the clips you heard.
Not like some of the botched ones earlier in the year.
Yeah, so my 2025 pick of the year probably comes to no surprise to people, but Dragon Wilds is definitely my pick of the year. It had, it recently had that really big update, really brought in a lot of content, but and going through some things again, it just reminded me how groundbreaking it was for me. Maybe it wasn't some kind of groundbreaking project, but I always pictured this RuneScape. And I'm telling you, Shane, I can fight stuff in Dragon Wilds. An archer will set up, get ready to put, and I'm rolling, back, roll to the side, back, got you in the head. You know what I mean? I can't do that in RuneScape. So this was a dream come true. And then
even in the survival game type. Yeah.
I got pretty used to that, even though I hadn't played that before.
Right.
I picked up on it pretty quick. And got used to that. But you also got this. You also got this construction update in a way that you could ever dream. Um, and being someone that construction was my first favorite skill.
Oh yeah, like I can't imagine what things are gonna look like when we actually, get the full set and they can do add-ons and everything to that effect.
Yeah. So I've enjoyed, I mean, it's just been really enjoyable, you know, and I'm getting back into it again. I look forward to, maybe some more content. I wish my only wish is that there would be more voicing. I just don't get
Right,
that in the age of,
right.
you know, AI. But yeah, that's my pick of the year because it's the RuneScape. I always wanted to see this.
You were our biggest
And
proponent for a WSASD game in the
yeah,
RuneScape world.
yeah. Eh, But I mean, I feel like, at least to me, I feel like validated because I I can I can fight so much better. Like I can, it's just really enjoyable. And well, and the other thing I guess the last thing I'll say about this too, we caught the smallest little like glimpse of this that was magic when um Zant did the Legends Guild. And I'm like, whoa,
Yeah, because it was in the
what?
same engine as
Yeah,
Dragon Wild's Unreal.
yeah. And it was so like bittersweet because you're like, that's so awesome. And then you're like,
Seeing what
are we
RuneScape
ever gonna have
what the
that?
universe could look like.
Yeah. And then it happened. And you know, it's been pretty magical.
Rest is history.
Yeah.
Right on. My pick of the year is something more traditional in terms of what pick of the week is on Update, and it is the Internet Road Trip. This was an online-based web game, so to speak. They started just outside of Boston, and they have been driving for now 27,000 miles. They're still going. They went north. They went into Canada. They went through the Maritimes. They went back into the U.S. for a bit through New Hampshire and Vermont, and now they're back in Ontario, rural Ontario. Looks like they're heading west, and it's still going. I'm surprised that it's still going. As we speak right now, 136 people are sitting on the website determining which way this car will go. Right now, they're just in McCarr Township in southern Ontario. And I don't know if their plan is to go west or what, but it's just so interesting to see this because it's almost like those kind of like the Twitch plays Pokemon kind of things, except it's something a whole lot simpler than Pokemon. You're just deciding which way you're going to go on a car in the world.
I thought this was so neat when you brought it up the first time. I was telling everybody at work about it. I'm like, check it out. Because if you remember when you first brought it, like it had went away and it was doing circles, and then it took off again.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And, you can also subscribe to the person's website. And I think with that, you also get Discord access and chat access for that. So you can actually be part of their of their community for this too, and chat with them as they drive. So it becomes a community thing. There's the honk option. There's radio station options. I think even at one point they had a real person doing a specific radio station for their car in the Internet Road Trip. So quite something. And, just to show how long it's been going, I think this was a pick of the week in August or something. But since then, like I mentioned, 27,000 miles.
Wow.
So I wonder where it stops. There's 142 online. When it first began, it was near the 500. So it has dropped down a bit, but there's still 140 odd people on the website at any given moment is definitely a big thing. So the Internet Road Trip, you'll find a link to that and Dragon Wilds in the show notes over at update.show. But anything else before we depart for the year?
No, I think we've had a productive year, if nothing else.
A year that
forward
we
to-
had no idea how it was going to end and what strife it would bring.
Looking back, I don't think we had any idea how it was going to begin.
No,
where it was going to go.
No.
for where
Like,
we are now. But
I don't think anybody anticipated a new CEO, layoffs, leagues, or at the end of it all, the push to remove Treasure Hunter. I don't think that was anticipated at all.
nope. So 2026, let's I'm taking hands off the wheel and just going with the flow. Let's see where this ride's gonna take us.
That could be a bit dangerous now that you mention it.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what, Shane? You drive the car. I'm leaning back in the seat.
That sounds
I don't
like
know where it's supposed to
a
go.
good analogy for the year. Also, this episode is coming out on New Year's Eve, so happy New Year's, everybody, and thank you to everybody who took part in this show, whether you were involved in the production of episodes, whether you were on the show as a host or contributor. And of course, the biggest thank you, as I mentioned at the top of the show, goes out to all of our community members, Patreon members specifically at the top of the show in the middle of the show, but now everybody, just a big, huge thank you for enabling us to do this and carrying us through the 20th year of this podcast.
Yes, thank you.
And we begin the year with the 25th anniversary of RuneScape. And I don't know if you were aware of this, but for the anniversary event, inverted skill capes are coming back.
I've heard that. Yeah.
So
I'm not a hater, so good.
Be interesting to see what we have to do to get them, because you remember the whole controversy involved with that, given the whole fresh start thing. But nonetheless, we will.
I love them, but I'm not a hater.
No, I have so many unfinished business ones I wanted to get during fresh start that I wasn't able to. So we'll see how that goes. But thanks so much, everybody, and we'll see you guys in 2026 for another episode of RSBANDB Update. See you then, everyone. Take care.